Ever blanked on a basic English word mid-conversation, like your brain just decides to take a vacation and you're left with nothing but a pathetic But guys, being able to speak English clearly and confidently, it's like having a superpower in today's world. It opens up job opportunities, lets you connect with people from all over, and honestly, just makes you feel like you can take on the world. In this video, I'm sharing 5 crazy, simple, yet shockingly effective tips that totally transformed my own English-speaking journey. Get ready to unlock your inner English guru, because trust me, if I can do it, anyone can. All right, let's be real. The first tip is kind of obvious, but for good reason. Practice, my friends, is the holy grail of fluency. Think of it like this. Remember that time you tried to make ramen in the microwave and totally messed it up? Yeah, we've all been there. But the more you practice, the better you got, right? Speaking English is the exact same way. The more you use it, the more natural it becomes. And the best part, practice doesn't have to be boring. We're not talking about dusty old textbooks here. Think outside the box. Have full-on conversations with yourself in the mirror. Don't judge. We all do it. Narrate your life like you're a Kardashian in a reality show. Blast some tunes and sing along at the top of your lungs, even if your neighbors give you the side eye. The point is, find ways to make practice fun and part of your daily routine. Plus, you'll be less likely to make those awkward grammar mistakes that make you want to disappear into thin air. And hey, even if you do mess up, who cares? It's all part of the learning process, right? Just laugh it off and keep going. Okay, so you've been practicing your heart out, which is amazing. But let's be real, talking to yourself in the mirror can get a little old after a while, right? That's where finding your English squad comes in. Think of it like building your own personal cheerleading team. But instead of pom-poms, they've got dictionaries and grammar guides. These are the people who will celebrate your victories, gently correct your mistakes, in a super supportive way, of course, and motivate you to keep pushing yourself. Join an online language exchange group, find a local conversation partner, or even just strike up a conversation with that friendly barista who seems to know every language under the sun. The key is to find people who make you feel comfortable and supported. Plus, having real-life conversations will help you build confidence and realize that, hey, you're actually pretty darn good at this whole English thing. And who knows, you might even make some lifelong friends along the way. Okay, this next tip is low-key, my secret weapon. Become an English copycat. No, I'm not talking about stealing someone's identity or anything creepy like that. I'm talking about actively listening to how native speakers talk and then trying to imitate their pronunciation, intonation, and even their slang. Think of it like this. You know how you have that one friend who tells the most hilarious stories, and how you catch yourself using their funny phrases and mannerisms without even realizing it? That's basically what we're going for here. Immerse yourself in the language by watching movies, listening to podcasts, or even just eavesdropping on conversations, in a non-creepy way, obviously. Pay attention to how native speakers pronounce certain words, where they place emphasis in a sentence, and how they use their tone of voice to convey different emotions. Then try to copy them. It might feel a little weird at first, but trust me, it's like magic for improving your pronunciation and fluency. Okay, let's talk about vocabulary, because let's be real, knowing a bunch of fancy words is like having a superpower in disguise. It's like suddenly you're not just ordering a coffee, you're requesting a velvety, smooth cappuccino with a delicate hint of cinnamon. See? Fancy. And the best part is, expanding your vocabulary doesn't have to be a snooze fest. Ditch the flashcards and embrace the power of, wait for it, context clues. Yep, you heard me right. Instead of memorizing endless lists of words, try to learn new vocabulary in context. Read books, articles, or even just Instagram captions that interest you. When you come across a word you don't know, don't just skip over it. Try to guess its meaning based on the surrounding words and sentences. Then look it up to see if you were right. This way, you're not just memorizing a definition. You're understanding how the word is actually used in real life. Okay, my friends, we've arrived at the final and possibly most underrated tip on our journey to English fluency, which is self-reflection. Now, before you click away thinking this sounds way too deep and philosophical, hear me out. Self-reflection is basically just a fancy way of saying check yourself before you wreck yourself. It's about taking a step back every now and then to assess your progress, identify your strengths and weaknesses, and figure out what's working for you and what's not. Don't be afraid to ask yourself tough questions. Am I making the same mistakes over and over again? Is there a particular area where I'm struggling? Are my study habits actually effective, or am I just scrolling through memes disguised as flashcards? Once you've identified your areas for improvement, you can adjust your learning strategies accordingly. Maybe you need to focus more on pronunciation, or maybe you need to find a study buddy to keep you accountable. The point is, by regularly reflecting on your progress and making adjustments along the way, you'll be amazed at how much faster you reach your English fluency goals. And there you have it, my friends. 5 crazy, simple, yet shockingly effective tips to help you unlock your inner English guru. Remember, becoming fluent in any language takes time and effort, but trust me, it's totally worth it. So go out there, practice your heart out, embrace those awkward moments, and never ever give up on your dream of speaking English fluently and confidently, because you've totally got this. Now I want to hear from you. What are your biggest English speaking challenges? Share your thoughts and any tips you have in the comments below, and don't forget to check out other videos on my channel.